how to innovate YouTube in a fun way. Come along with me. This is what the pursuit of learning YouTube is all about. It's just learning YouTube in an innovative way. What do you got to lose? Guys, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I literally just want to give you guys a few minutes of my time. If you guys haven't seen or heard of the movie The Sound of Freedom, I recommend it. But I recommend you taking your tissue box with you, and it's gonna make you leave with the mixed emotions of angriness. And a lot of people are so blind because Hollywood is finally getting exposed. You know, the Bible talks about all these evil things that are gonna come out at the end, and there's a lot of things that are coming out. And oh my gosh, the movie was so good. I could not stop crying, and I'm not a crier. I do not cry when it's a sad movie, but this movie made me cringe and cry my eyes out. Why? Because I'm a mother. And The Sound of Freedom is about sex trafficking. And do you know alone who supports that? The United States alone funds it by billions of dollars. I don't know who these people are, but it's a bunch of rich American people that fund these things. There's a lot of sick individuals out there that fund these things alone. Like, we are the top number one seller. Like, the United States is the number one top seller for these type of things. And it is not just by $1 million, by millions. I mean billions of dollars, not millions, billions. Sex traffickers make a lot of money. And who is their number one buyer? The United States of America, by billions of dollars. Billions. I don't know how in this God green earth we allow this to happen, but it does. God says it in the Bible that people are gonna do evil things, and it's gonna happen. And it's just like, oh God, watching this movie hurt my stomach a lot because I cringed, because listening to the real stories and just watching this movie, and the actors were amazing actors. They told a story of a beautiful story, and it's just like, it's crazy how a lot of people have their eyes shut, and people don't want this movie to be heard, so they're not funding it. They quit funding this movie. Why? Because they don't want people to know that in your own backyard, yes, in our own backyard, the Americans, the rich culture of America, whoever they are the sole providers of this industry. They pay billions and billions of dollars in child trafficking. These poor innocent children. If you watch this movie, and I pray that you do, take your teenage kids to watch it and start the conversation, and just start talking to your children, because I'm telling you, this movie is important. I recommend this movie. I think more people should be talking about this movie. A lot of people say that it, like Donald Trump, he says that that's the reason why he wanted to close our borders, because he didn't want sex trafficking. Well, newsflash, it's in our borders already. It's been in our borders. We're the sole main providers. Like, we feed billions of dollars to this, like, not us, but the big rich guys, whoever they are, for these children, for them to buy a child. Like, it's just crazy how you can just have all these millions of dollars, go out there and buy a child. It makes me sick. And how do they get these children? Just watch the movie. It's surprisingly simple. Just watch the movie. I do recommend it. And just remember to write the hashtag Save Our Children, hashtag Sound of Freedom, and don't forget that our children are, God's children are not for sale. That's another hashtag. And just remember, it's so true. God's children are not for sale. And when he said that at the end, that God's children are not for sale, I literally just started crying because I'm a mother. I am a mother of a 15-year-old. I have nieces and nephews that are like literally young children. And it's just like watching this movie based on a true story and all the evidence that was presented. It was just like, oh, wow. It amazes me how people wake up. America, we need to all wake up. We all need to wake up and do something about it. And you know what? Who doesn't want you to do something about it? Is Hollywood. They want you to shut up. If you hear this, it's because a lot of movie theaters are not playing this movie, or a lot of movie theaters do play it. And you know what they do? Is they don't turn on the AC for them. Or they say, oh, the movie accidentally something went wrong. And they take 2 to 3 hours to try to fix it. So that, because if it takes that long, I know you and I are going to be like, forget this, we're going to go home and then make you get your money. And you end up not watching the movie. This movie was not funded by anybody. They even said that they tried to stop this movie. This movie was made 5 years ago. And they tried their hardest to stop this movie from being put in theaters. And they're still trying it today. So that's why I recommend everybody go watch this movie. I'm telling you, you won't be sorry.